Welcome back, traders and investors, to Benzinga's Pre-Market Prep, brought to you by MarketFi. I'm your co-host, Joel Elconin, and I have Kiana Danial on the line, and she is CEO of Invest Diva. Kiana, how you doing this morning?
Doing well. It's raining here in New York, but we are up and trading.
Okay, tell us about your site, Invest Diva, and what you accomplish on that site.
Basically, Invest Diva is a site that we've made for beginners and experts alike who want to learn Forex trading and continue trading. Profitable and responsible trading is our main goal. So at Invest Diva, we started with publishing my book with McGraw-Hill, and we've started with making women more interested in the Forex world, and then we added on our male counterparts. So we have a great community at Invest Diva who get together, who follow us, and learn to trade responsibly. But we are, however, actually moving into ETFs shortly, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about what's going on with the dollar here, and I think first you wanted to talk about it in relation to the Aussie dollar. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so basically what I've been looking at today in the market, well, you know that the U.S. dollar has been strengthening, especially versus the Japanese yen, which was really shocking. We were seeing it coming, but not seeing it coming so fast. Suddenly it surged from 110 to 115 yesterday, which was crazy. But at the same time, we're seeing the oil prices dropping and also the Australian dollar dropping. So a lot of people were asking me, so what's up with that? Why is the Australian dollar dropping? And is it going to drop further more? And since they are all interconnected, I wanted to give like a 360 overview on all of that. So I'm not sure if you trade the Australian dollar, but
Is there an ETF for the Aussie D?
of course, I'm sure there is. I am not trading it right now, but in the ETFs world, you can basically put the Aussie commodities and the equities and the Australian dollar all in one bundle and trade the Aussie in one bundle, which could be, one way of trading ETFs. But so basically where the Aussie dollar itself is going and why it has been going down, it does have to do with the U.S. dollar strengthening. Because as when you trade the Aussie dollar versus the U.S. dollar, the Aussie dollar is the lead. It has been dropping for different reasons. For example, because of the missing point on the trade balance in Australia, and the interest rates that has been continuing low at 2.5, and so for that reason, Aussie dollar is strengthening, but is going down. But the reason why it's going down and not coming back up is because the U.S. dollar is strengthening, and is basically how the currency world, the currency pairs work. Is that the Aussie dollar comes first, and the U.S. dollar as its strength, it actually drags down the pair. And the U.S. dollar has been strengthening for various reasons as well that I'm sure are you a Republican? Let me
Am I a Republican?
put it out
Do you
there.
want me? Do you want me to reveal my political status here? Put it this way: I'm Republican in some ways and Democrat in other ways.
Okay, that's a very political answer. I like that. So the Republicans won for better and worse, or for worse, and the U.S. dollar is probably going to see more strength because of that. Not because the Republicans are good for the economy, but because it's giving them the control and the
Right.
chambers in the Congress. They're playing the oil prices to move it down, and the oil prices and the U.S. dollar are also reversely interconnected. So we could see more U.S. dollar strength, and therefore we could see more Aussie dollar drops in the coming months, I would want to say.
Okay. Did you have this position going in? Because I see that it had a nice, a few days ago. I'm just looking at the FXA ETF, and it's had quite the drop here over the last 6 trading sessions. How long have you been in this position?
Yeah. So, are you looking at the hourly chart, the 4-hour chart, or like the daily
I was
chart?
just looking at the daily.
The daily, yeah. So the daily, we did see the drop, especially yesterday, and I have been in the bearish position for the longest time since, when it started the real drop back in September, and I actually just reached my bearish target at 8600. I'm sorry. So that was yesterday in the Aussie dollar position that I just reached the target. And we've been looking to reach this target for such a long time because after the drop since September until October, to the beginning of October, the pair started to just bounce up and down. Like I was calling them like the crazy couple because they couldn't make a decision: is it going to go up or is it going to go down? So it was bouncing up and down between two levels. It was a 23% Fibonacci level and a very important support level at 0.8670. And so they were bouncing up and down until yesterday that it dropped and reached the target. So now the market is like, okay, what is going on? Because it is funny that the drop came in as the employment rates went up. So it was very tricky because the employment rates in the land down under, it went up yesterday, but the unemployment also went up. So it was very tricky. So people were like, okay, what's going on? So I think that kind of triggered the Aussie dollar to suddenly drop because it was kind of like, okay, what's going on? Is it up? Is it down? People were confused.
Okay, let's talk about crude oil. Boy, that has been in a bear market here
Oh,
for
yeah.
quite some time. Or do you have any downside projections here? Or are you trying to start to nibble on a long here in the crude market?
So here's the deal. U.S. dollar and the oil are reversely interconnected. And if I'm saying that I am bullish on U.S. dollar, I have to say that I'm bearish on the oil. And the thing is, it has been in the bear market for such a long time. A lot of people are saying, okay, it has to be exhausted. We have to see like a rebound, a correction. We might see that, but in general, in a longer term, I am still bearish on oil. Again, well, one of the reasons is because I'm bullish on dollar, and the other reason is all the things that are going in the world, like the fundamentals, the geopolitical. Saudi Arabia cut down its oil futures prices. Not yesterday. Yesterday they saw there is explosion somewhere in Saudi Arabia, so we saw a little bit of it lift up in oil, but Saudi Arabia is cutting in general their oil future prices. Then we have Russia. A lot of people are forgetting about Russia and the sanctions, but it's still there. And the U.S. and Europe are making all the effort to put the pressure on Russia's oil. And until this problem is solved, I think the oil prices is still going to be further down. And another reason for that, I'm bearish on oil is the oil inventories in America. So,
Do you have a
what it does
downside?
is,
Do you have a
yeah,
downside projection?
meaning like it's bad for the
Well,
economy.
no. Like how far do you think it's going to go?
Oh, that. Let me look at the numbers actually. So, for oil prices, we have basically reached a bottom that people thought that, okay, this is it. But let me take a look at the numbers over
Okay,
here.
sure, go ahead. I mean, we may lower the move at, I believe it's 75.84.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
bounced
yeah.
on
Right
in.
now it's exactly, so it's like 75. So the low was 75 exactly 84. And so after the shift, after the correction might, I'm looking now at the technicals. All I talked about right now was the fundamental in the long run. Right now, I think it's going to shift up a little bit more, maybe towards like the level at 82. and then it's going to bounce back down and remain either at the 75 area or go even lower down.
All right, Kiana, finish telling us about your site and what people can get from it.
All right, so definitely go to investdiva.com. We have free subscription that you can get. Our daily videos is presented by me. I'm the funnest person ever in the Forex market. Yes, I said that, and you don't want to miss on those. We have videos both in English and Japanese. If you have any Japanese audience, I doubt that. But for English speakers or people who want to see me like talk weird language, definitely subscribe for our Japanese website as well. And also, we do have a education program for those who want to get started in the Forex trading world, and it's video education program plus videos. All of them are presented by myself, and are fun, easy, 5 hours only, and you'll get to master the Forex trading after graduating our course. So definitely check out investdiva.com. And actually, you know what? Since I like you a lot, Joel, I'm going to give your audience a discount. How about that?
I hear that all the time, but go ahead, Kiana.
All right, I'm not messing around here. But yeah, so if you go to investdiva.com and go to learn to trade, you can get let's put it, how about 25% discount?
Oh, that sounds good.
25%, put in the code Benzinga. How about that?
Okay.
Benzinga, and get the 25% discount on all the services.
That sounds great, Kiana. Well, thanks a look at the foreign currency market, the Aussie dollar, talking a little bit about crude as well. We always enjoy having you on the show. Kiana Danial, CEO of Invest Diva, has been our guest here. We'll let you get to the screens there. Have a good trading day, and we will speak to you tomorrow.
Thank
Not
you so
tomorrow.
much.
We'll speak to you again soon.